next up on the main card, first fight of the main card, we have Rodolfo Vieira versus Wellington Turman. And we've got Vieira coming in as a favorite at negative 220 versus Turman at plus 180. How'd you break down this fight, Fern?
Even though Vieira is a favorite, I see this one being a close one. I believe this is possibly the first fight on the main card. So Turman 3-3 in his last 6 fights, going back to 2019 where he fought 3 times in 1 year. That's pretty impressive work rate. But he's 1-2 in his last 3 fights, including 2 KO losses. His last fight was a split decision victory over Sam Alvey, Smiling Sam Alvey. Sam Alvey has so many fights in the UFC. He's got 22 fights in the UFC. So a victory over him, was kind of shows his level of skill at this point. Turman to me was easily winning the first 2 rounds. Like, he goes in right away, loves the clinch and grapple. Uses it to try to take the back. Consistent pace, not fast, but just working the whole time. Even mixed it up in round 1 with a spinning back kick. What people are going to remember about his last fight the most was eye pokes. It was, a couple minutes into round 1, eye poke. Round 2, eye pokes resulted in a cut over Sam Alvey's eye. Round 3, it resulted in him losing 2 points in 1 round. Literally got warned, lost a point for eye poke. Coming back from the eye poke restart, pokes again, loses another point, and
I watched this fight, yes.
And you're just like, man, I think if he can change his style, the way he strikes, that's going to be great. He's obviously more comfortable trying to clinch and take down. But his striking, I think that's, you mentioned earlier, a psychological thing, one of the guys losing in such a quick time. To me, this is going to be on his mind. How do I hold my hands? How do I keep him back without poking? And it definitely is going to be something to look for. I think, a ref having seen him poke somebody so many times last fight might be, have more of a propensity to just dock him a point right away. Vieira, watching his last fight, won by submission, has great wrestling, great takedowns, 7 wins by submission. He used his takedowns to set up his submission. He did, though, in round 2, in going for a takedown, he got rocked, and then, his default response is to go for a takedown, and he ate a knee after his opponent kind of, saw that coming. Great recovery in round 3, even though he got rocked in round 2, that wrestling base just kept that cardio up. He was able to get 2 takedowns, was able to clinch a rear naked choke after his opponent Stoltzfus got up from the second one. So just, you can see he's not just going for a takedown, he's looking for a submission, where to transition from there. And, in looking at their clinch games, it looks like Turman likes to clinch and try to wrestle. Vieira, to me, just has a stronger wrestling and submission game, and I'm picking Vieira for this one.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm going to be watching this fight now. I'm going to be watching Turman and just trying to determine if he's consciously thinking about where his hands are as he's fighting. I wonder if he's going to come out and look awkward at any time. It would really suck if he's doing something weird with his hands and ends up getting knocked out because for some reason he just can't think of anything other than, those eye pokes against Alvey. It was horrible. Watching some of the reactions, I think Dana White reacted to it also in the post-fight interviews, and he was just like, what the hell is going on here with this guy? This will be fun to watch. I think the odds makers got it right, though. Vieira coming in as a favorite. He's my pick as well.